that one I've never experienced from friends. I don't have friends like that. Okay, yes, I have pruned my friendship tree, honey. Pruned. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Ooh. Ice cold water. Sorry, I'm a little bit parched. It's like 30 something degrees in Lagos. It's really hot. But how are you guys? Hope you're well. Today I just wanted to like share a quick word. I'm gonna talk about I put something on Instagram last week. Well, it was on Twitter actually, and I said be careful who you share your pain with. And I was quite surprised at the amount of comments I got from that, which I guess, you know, people know what I'm talking about and may have possibly or have definitely experienced what I'm talking about. So I just thought, you know what, I just spent a quick 5 minutes, do a quick 5-minute video on yeah, be careful who you share your pain with. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then let me explain. So this year has been tumultuous to say the least, but you know, I give God all the glory because, you know, I count my blessings and I know how much worse things could have been, you know. So there's always something to be thankful for. What might not seem a big deal to you, for the next person is like a huge deal. You know, what might seem like a little bit of something to you is a great blessing for someone else. So I'm always very thankful. So with that being said, when I say be careful of who you share your pain with, when you're going through a tough time and you're in a lot of pain or you're grieving about something, you know, sometimes you want to offload and you want to, it's sort of like, yeah, offloading makes you feel lighter, you know. And of course, who doesn't want to feel better when, you know, things aren't going too well? But I feel like that there are, I'll give you like 3 scenarios to why you should be careful who you share your pain with, okay? So you have the ones who, like, you will tell them what's going on with you. It's probably going to be more than 3 examples. You tell them what's going on with you. Now, when I say share your pain, this can be your family member. It's not necessarily your friends. It can be your friends, it can be your family member, it can be your mama, it can be your spouse. It can be anybody. And I'm not saying don't share with your loved ones, because I mean, hello, what are they there for? But I'm just talking in a general manner. Yeah, so there's some people who you'll tell them what's going on with you, what difficult time you're going through right now, what challenges you're going through, and then they will be all sympathetic. Oh, I'm sorry. And then literally a couple of days later, their actions are a bit, it's like you didn't have the conversation. Now, I'm not saying that treat someone like a baby, but the thing is, if you know someone is going through something tough, be sensitive. There's, you know, be sensitive. That's just human kindness, you know, it's just being kind. But I find that some people, it's not happening to them, so fine, fair enough, and they are very easy to forget. You tell them something and the next you know, they're shouting at you about something that's totally irrelevant. And yeah, so that's one type of person. Oh gosh, I'm so thirsty, sorry. Then you have the ones that basically you tell them what's going on with you. They're, oh my gosh, that's terrible, wow, blah blah, sorry. But it's still back to that whole sensitivity and human kindness thing. They just don't really care, because on the outside, seemingly you look fine. Maybe compared to them, you have things, or they think you have certain things in your life that they don't necessarily have. So who the hell are you to complain about your pain because you don't know about, well, you might have this pain now, but at least you have X, Y, and Z. There's those kind of people, right? Then you have the ones who, honestly, I think that for me, if I had to choose, this is the worst one. So you have somebody who has been through what you're currently going through. You know what I'm talking about. They've been through something that you have been through, because maybe they've come to you, or you know about it and you've been there for them. And then when you are going through the thing, it's like they ain't nowhere to be seen, or you know, everyone has selective memory, or everyone suddenly becomes deaf, or you know. And I think that is possibly the most painful one, where you would assume that someone would be empathetic because wow, they've been through this, and you're more likely to go and talk to someone about a particular thing that they have been through if you are going through it, just because maybe they can give you insight onto how to deal with it, how to get over it, and all that kind of thing. But I think that's the worst one, where it's literally they're not even, not that you need to go to them, but they are not even, or I'm just trying to think, like maybe they're calling you up on something and it's like they know what you're going through, and you're kind of thinking, how is that even, like, do you think that that's even remotely in my mind? So I mean, there was a scenario I thought of earlier but I can't remember it. So I would say those are my three big ones. Now that's not to say that when you're going through something and you're in pain that you should become an a-hole. That is not what I'm saying. That is not an excuse, you know what I mean? And for me, I feel like when I'm going through certain things, I have the tendency to not be a very nice person. So what I tend to do is I tend to move away from people. I tend to just like stay in my house, because I'm old enough and grown enough to understand my emotions. And if I'm going through something and I'm outside and I know that I'm going to snap quickly, I'm going to get angry for no reason, I just stay in my house, because it's not your business why I'm acting like a crazy person. Do you know what I mean? So like I said, just because you're going through something doesn't mean that it doesn't give you the right to, you know, be an a-hole or whatever. But I just think that people could be more sensitive. Now I say that to say this: as I've mentioned all these things, I am pretty sure maybe at some point me and you who are watching have been this other person who might not necessarily have been sensitive. I know I have, actually, because a friend has called me up on it before and I had no idea. So you have a lot of people going around having no idea, and since then I've been more aware of the way I am when other people are going through things. So a friend actually called me up on there and I apologized, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I mean, I had a lot of stuff going on at the time as well, but what they were going through was extremely horrific. So there was no excuse I could give. I had my own stuff, but there was no excuse I could give. So, you know, but I think one really important key is to not make your pain someone else's purpose. Do you see what I mean? So as much as, like, that's why I say be careful who you're talking to about certain things, because you're expecting them to behave a certain way, and ultimately it's a shame, but human beings will disappoint you. Human beings will disappoint you. They just will, because you don't know what's going on in anyone else's life. They just will, you know. Some people have a lot of stuff going on. Some people are just selfish. Some people are just, like, people are just human. So it's very important to not make your pain someone else's purpose and hold them accountable for their behavior. I think with that kind of thing, you just have to let it go. Let it go. Some stuff happened to me this year, and man, it opened my eyes to a lot of things and the way people behave. And I'm just like, you know what, they're human beings, just leave it, whatever. But I know now, next time I'm going through something, I just think that you're probably not the person I'm going to tell, or I'm just not going to tell anyone, or I'll figure out a different way to handle it. So yeah, that not making your pain someone else's purpose, which brings me to I don't know if anyone watches Married to Medicine, where Dr. Jackie was talking about Buffy's infertility. So Dr. Jackie had breast cancer twice and can't have children, and then she just suddenly goes, she's at this thing, she's launching her book and she's talking, and she says, oh, you know, something that she was robbed, sorry, my phone is ringing, that she was robbed of having children. And she goes, oh yeah, then she now looks to the audience and says, oh yeah, Buffy, you know what I'm talking about because you're infertile. And everyone was like, oh, and oh. Like, excuse me, did she give you permission to tell people that? So And then there was another episode where Dr. Jackie basically said that she was sorry. Her apology was terrible, by the way. Like, it was like a stank apology. She just shouldn't have said anything. But she basically said, I'm sorry that I made my pain your purpose. Basically, I mean, I think she made it more than her purpose. I think she kind of tried to put her in a different whole thing, but whatever. But yeah, it's important. I think that's the one thing I hope you get from this video, is to not make your pain, not to make my pain someone else's purpose. And be careful who you tell your issue to, because if you tell it to the worst person, like, they will use it against you. And that is the most painful thing, when someone uses what you confided in them when you were going through hard times against you. I can never understand that. That's like the worst. That's low. Actually, no, that's the worst thing. That's the worst thing. That's low, because you're like, I came to tell you this thing because I was going through something, and now using it against me as a diss. That one I've never experienced from friends. I don't have friends like that. Okay, yes, I have pruned my friendship tree, honey. Pruned. Yes. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I just felt led to talk about this. I don't know why. So I hope you get something from it, and please like, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah, what do you think? Do you think what I'm saying is true? If not, why? I mean, if you have great experiences, please share them as well. And I hope you guys are great, and I will speak to you before the end of the year. I'll have a roundup of 2019 video, or what I'm looking forward to in 2020. All right, God bless, loads of kisses, and I'll speak to you soon.